Testing, testing. Hello. I have been away, but I'm back now for a brief moment. I was in Edinburgh over the weekend, so I didn't have any time or resources to do YouTube or anything like that. And I'm going away to France on Tuesday this week. So this is probably going to be my intermediary stream in which I, you know, just give something people something a little something to chew on. The world can't be devoid of Netrunner for too long. This stream here is up just because someone put it in the Discord right after I went live. This is the CTK from Salt City. I don't even know where that is, but let's have a look at what these players are, what they're doing. We got a Marjana installed, and that's it. And I see a yellow dice with a 3 on it. Do they have 3 tags? That's a diabolical board state. Against Epiphany. So no, this is not Epiphany. This is Synapse. Goodness me. Very low to the ground game. 2 pings of res. I guess that's where the tags came from. There's a Cinco Cyclotron in the bin. So is this a Flood the Market deck? I suppose. There's no other good doubles. And I guess Public Access Plaza is like a decent thing to put in your Flood the Market deck. I mean, I guess the only thing you need to install in this matchup is probably the Marjana. So that's very nice to have. If you just need a ping breaker, you don't get much more efficient than that. Does face check into a Doom Scroll though. Damn, neither players have any credits or resources. Let's see if this actually fires twice, because there's 3 on the yellow dice on the ID, but there's only 1 tag in front of Synapse. So they do the tag, so they do the 1 damage, take a tag, and that's it, I suppose. I can't really easily tell how many tags they have. I guess they weren't tagged, and now they are, I suppose. I guess just shooting for agendas. That wasn't even a run event, so what's your deck doing? No agenda scored, so the PAP does not have text, so you probably want to trash that. No, clear stag instead, okay. Well, this is not really what we're here for. We are here for... We're here for Netrunner that I play. So let's have a look. The reason why this is Glacier Day, this is Sloprunner Day, is because if you look here, I've made this... It's a 7-0 at the moment, which is a bit cheeky because I've just been playing it online on casuals. A Glacier Melee deck with 54 cards. Now, it's a work in progress. Like, obviously, this is maybe not the perfect list. But low-key, I think this is really good. Now, it's only got 14 influence spent. I don't know where I'm supposed to pick up the last influence, to be honest with you. But that can be figured out. Currently, the influence is just on ganks, 1 seamless, spin doctors, and then let them dreams. This is the agenda suite's quite funny. It's let them dreams, longevity, proprio negation, 2 regenesis, and 3 Sisyphus. With the idea being like, this is really annoying to score 7 points against. There are no 3-pointers in this list, so you need to be stealing a bunch of 2-pointers and 1-pointers. So you need to steal either 4 2-pointers or like 3 2-pointers and a 1-pointer, which I guess is the most likely outcome-ish. But because there are effectively 5 1-pointers here, very likely you have to steal like 3 1-pointers and then 2 2-pointers, which is really hard to do. That does mean 12 of our cards are dedicated towards agendas, but also like I've included a lot of ways to fix that. So I've got some simulation resets in here, which is going to, this is what simulation reset does. It trashes your hand. Basically, it gives you another mulligan. You can trash your hand, and then you can put those cards from, or that number of cards from archives into R&D, and then you redraw. This is because with these 54 card decks, you're more likely to have weird hands. And that's just because usually in a small deck, if you draw your agendas, you know that the next couple cards you draw can't be agendas, right? If you draw all your ice, you know that the cards you're drawing from then on are going to be agendas or operations. But in this deck, because it has higher numbers of everything, you can have much weirder hands, and you can get more flooded, or you can get more like econ screwed. So simulation reset's going to help us fix that, those edge cases. And also, like, our games are going to go very long because it's a Glacier deck, and we don't have anywhere to increase our hand size. So if we end up with things in HQ and we just need to get rid of them to make the game go longer, this makes the game go longer. It doesn't put us, like, change the corp clock, because, like, you have to draw the number of cards that you shuffle back, so it's not, like, increasing the number of turns we're allowed to take. Longevity Serum can do that, but honestly, I haven't actually found myself scoring longevity pretty much at all. The only thing I care about scoring is like Papyrus Negation and then like Sisyphus Regenesis in some combination. And then just loads and loads of really expensive eyes and melee stakes means that we just can't lose, basically. Once the game goes long enough, it just gets too expensive per access for anyone to realistically be able to win. So yeah, that's the idea. That is the idea. Can everyone hear me okay? I've updated my OBS and I don't know what settings have changed and what have stayed, to be honest. It looks like it has a nicer interface now, which is good. And also seem to have saved my camera settings for once in its goddamn life, so maybe I will not have to mess with that all again every single day, which would be very delightful. Doesn't look like people are super keen to join me today. That's sad. I'm sure that will come eventually. Someone save me? Do they know? Do they know that it's Glacier Melee, so no one wants to join? Or does no one want to play Runner because Runners are all kind of boring at the moment? That's not entirely true, probably, but it's a little bit true. Oh, Lucy's here. Lucy with Lat. Now, I bet this is going to be Rat Lat. Which is king of like uninteresting runner decks. It's just, I mean, it's good. I actually like the list a lot, but it is not very interesting. It's just like a good philosophy of play a bunch of really, really slow cards. Let's see what if Spin Doctor can give us a hedge fund. It did. And then we put this on HQ, I guess. And then we protect our R&D. Hi Visitron, how you doing, man? I enjoyed your video. Oh, I'm going to move my camera to be a good streamer. I enjoyed your video about going to locals to your tournament. That was a really fun one. I enjoyed it a lot. Now I do here, server to advance, and we see pinhole threading, I must imagine. I'm going to pick archives to be cheeky. Because Lucy can see the hedge fund in the bin. Very unlikely that she'll want to run R&D, knowing I've protected it. So this is my variance of with the pinhole target's going to be archives. If this Charlotte can go off for a couple turns, we are absolutely cooking this game. A nuker. Okay, so this is probably not going to be a... So our plan A is literally going to be to outlast Lat, because there is a limited amount of juice in there. So we've just got to get to that point. Do I ganked the Charlotte so that they have to go through Boto twice? I don't think that's that scary, so I'm instead just going to Atini on R&D. And then I'm going to get rid of Sisyphus or Papaya. I don't think either are going to get scored anytime soon, but I'd rather have some diversity, so let's get rid of that. And then we're going to pick Archives, because they're probably not going to run anything else. Now they only have one target for pinhole, so it's actually really easy for us to call that. Okay, Papella's going to get through Boto very, very cheaply. Even two Botos very, very cheaply. So I'd like to find another... Oh god. See, this is like why I have weird cards in the deck, like I probably just need to overdraw some of these. So let's just gain a credit. And then let's get rid of maybe Sisyphus? No, maybe second Papaya. I don't think I'm like on the horizon of being able to score any of this stuff. I have no plan to, truly. Let's get rid of Sisyphus. There's more in the deck. Yeah, Boto is just really bad into Propeller, unfortunately. She doesn't, of course, know that there's two Botos here. There's a lot of sentries in the deck, so there's no reason to think that this is two Botos. This is going to be an expensive thing, even if she fetches Revolver. This is real credit, so I don't feel bad about this. Oh, sounds like Twitch has started playing. Silence. Okay, she's summoned out Echelon rather than Revolver. I can't remember if that list is actually on Revolver. But this is only 3 strength, so I'm going to have to see some more. Either a boost from Revolver, which from Echelon, which is 3 cost to boost, which is terrible for tempo. It's going to go 6 to fully break lines, man. Just going to jack out, I guess. Probably not going to be super happy to contest this Charlotte, so we get another tick. Makes me happy. Okay, that's fantastic. Spin Doctor and Empiricist are both good draws. I doubt we're getting an HQ on this turn, so let's use the Spin Doctor. So you can go back. There's... Okay. And I want her to trash this so I can have it in archives. Another ice is nice. This can be some money. Is there? Oh no, there's no pinholes in this deck. So I just get to win for free. That's awesome. That is pretty awesome. Let's throw away Let Them Dream for now. Can I afford Cloud Eater ever? I probably do want a Cloud Eater. And then let's pick HQ. Most likely thing. Because this list does run a lot of Propeller, so Echelon will get to 6 eventually. It's just going to take a while. I would like a simulation reset. Okay, Echelon at 4. Burner, okay. And then I want to add Spin Doctor back to hand. She can bottom the Spin Doctor. Regenesis and Spin Doctor to the bottom, okay. Okay, that's nice. Let's simulation reset now. And do I want Boto? Let's change out Boto as well. I don't think this is a great ice for us. I think we keep Cloud Eater. I like Cloud Eater. No, let's try and find more money. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 agendas going back in, and a Cloud Eater can go back in because I might want it later. Okay, let's Hansei away a Proprio and advance. I think it's going to be HQ again. Because it does only cost 3 to get into HQ, but 3 is a lot of money. Martini costs 4. So ice is not that taxing, but it just has a lot of subroutines. Hello, Game of Droids. Sloprunner is back. Yeah, we're playing a 54 card Glacier Melee deck. And plan A is to not do a whole lot for a really long time. We are manually advancing this Charlotte because our big deck means we don't always find Lacosta like our plus does. But that's fine because we're just never going to run out of cards. Okay. Let's do This on HQ and this on R&D, perhaps? And let's guess archives. Oh, but you're being way too you're being way too impulsive. You gotta wait. You gotta just not do anything forever. I'm only at 30 credits. I can barely afford to res all my cards. I think I can actually Hansei away the Charlotte because there is no pinhole, so there is no way that they can win. Like they can trash the Charlotte. And I guess archives again. Like, I just don't think there's enough money in this entire deck, even with our Harmony, which is usually in there, to actually steal all the points that they need to win. That's my thesis. So it's not about jamming and actually getting points. Like obviously, if I can get a Sisyphus with the Regenesis, yeah, I would do that. But this is just a Papaya in the bin. I don't care to. You don't get the Papaya text if you do that. Let's draw, advance, and play a Cloud Eater, I guess. On R&D, I suppose. And now I think it's Protect HQ time. Could go for another Simulation Reset. Could go for another Spin Doctor. Would be nice. Taka? Taka's the best companion in this matchup. I like the copium of Fensifueno here. What else lives in the depths here? Ganked on archives, so ganked on just all servers. Or another ganked on R&D. Ganked on HQ could be okay, but it's only Lion's Mane on HQ is the thing. Maybe archives. And let's guess HQ again. Technically, this leaves me without a tattoo target. 54 cards and ganked. Oh yeah, we're gaming now. HQ again. I feel no urgency at all. This is what I need you guys to be telling me. Like, what was your weekend like? How's your Did you do anything for the bank holiday in the UK? The May bank holiday. I need some stimulus because this is what my board state looks like. And my opponent's turns a click for 3 and discard Illumination. Sorry, Janet. I know. Okay. This cleans everything up. And it's probably going to give us the turn that we jam. So this is probably enough money now for the game. So I Simulation reset to get rid of 1, 2, 3. Actually, I keep the Regenesis. These. Then I choose 3 targets, which is going to be 1, 2, 3 back in the deck. I Regenesis in server 2. And then I actually going to chuck an Anoetic Void on Archives. End turn, and I'm also going to pick Archives. This leaves me with technically not that many Anoetic Void triggers, but we can figure that out. The successful does not happen before, so I can't use the card that I get back. This is fine because it actually uses a propeller counter, which does matter for Boto math. But it does leave me with very few cards, so I won't be able to Anoetic otherwise. Well, the 3 Simul chips have a lot of targets that they want to do, right? Like, yeah, they can reload propellers, but they can also reload revolvers, get Gauss up for later in the game. Oh no, they've got a Gauss, so actually Tattoo doesn't need to be rezzed. Ah, whatever, I've got a lot of money. Okay, this is going to be expensive in the long run. But this is, yeah. Maybe I should have waited. Maybe this was not the turn. What's flickering? What are they getting? Peach Chow. Sure. Nice. Now Anoetic can't fire, which is very sad. But Ganked can still fire, and a Teeny still costs 4 each. And also your Echelon is small now? Yeah, and so another Simul chip gets used for SMC for another propeller. Yeah. And then Gauss out. Very good. That still costs you 3. 2 more points. They're actually still a long way from winning. Yeah, you can access a Teeny, please. Ah, they can use Foino in this window, which is funny. Okay, so HQ is going to need a bit more beefing up because it's really bad at the moment. Trying to deep dive me, maybe? But she's not going to want to, because if I ganked her back into this Cloud Eater, it's another 3 credits and it's another subroutine. Yeah, I forgot that Fencer worked for ganked purposes, Annie. But I don't think I've seen you in chat before, so hello. Is Taka that critical? Taka's a Rozeki. Yeah, all of these options do matter, which is very sick. She doesn't know there's no 3-pointers. Gotta tune in. Ah, she's not convinced I'm on 3-pointers. Oh dear. She's despairing. It's okay. Ooh, loses hand. And then jacks out. Lost 2 deep dives. And there was a pinhole threading. That's funny. There's a pinhole threading now. Okay, and getting the lat draw on 0. Very tactful. I just draw back up. And I guess HQ, because that's the one they can realistically run. You gonna use this pally? We have not seen Harmony yet, so I do anticipate there being a Harmony. She's asking if she can look at the decks to see if there's any actual Paladin targets remaining, and I'm not sure that there are, because we've seen all 3 casts. I could advance. I could just like start chaining agendas, I guess. Keep this on HQ where the agendas are. Gamble's nice. Cloud Eater gets broken for 3, which is quite sad. Ooh, 2-pointer on top is really bad news for me. That's a very good access. Let's put you back into the Satini. Unfortunately, this is just Fencer credits. Damn. You don't need multi-access. Just spend 7 on seeing 1. Now this she's stolen a lot of points. But nothing left in the deck. Do I put these back or do I jam? I'm definitely going to jam one of them. Don't need this for Genesis anymore. It's no good. The 2 Let Them Dreams is fine. And then I can choose 3 targets. 1, 2. I probably want Anoretic. And I probably want a... Boto's a lot of money. Ganked is some money. Put Ganked back in the bin. And let's pick R&D. Costs 4 and no click to get into HQ, whereas it costs 3, 7 to get a single on R&D, and there's a 1 and 4 in here. I like being able to check the top of R&D, so let's do R&D. I guess there could be another deep dive, but I think the list is only on 2. And if they get the 1 and 4, that's that. Oh, look, Fencer does always pay off. I love feeding Fencer. I will give anything for Fencer. Okay, 1 and 3 now, and then they're really low on money. I feel very confident that if they miss here, I will win. Okay, I feel confident in this now. Peter Chow's back in hand. Overclock, okay. How many more overclocks should we be expecting? Actually, another overclock. So this is a legit single. I haven't seen this. So if this hits... Come on. Oh, it's nothing. Now she may be too broke to actually recover ever. Oh, that's good. Now I can score this. Oh, because I don't have a seamless, I have to let the ping on HQ still technically work. So let's go search R&D and bottom something so I can keep this Let Them Dream to jam. Or I could just bottom the Let Them Dream in my hand, pick R&D, and then just like lock. Because there's no more money coming in. She's clicking for 4 every time. Man, the Melee's lock. So if she runs, it's 1 in 4 that she just finds it, and then before I can jam it. Hmm. Oh, this is a tough call, and I feel like it's game deciding. I want this in hand, I think. Because if I put it on the bottom, let's put the hardest thing for me to... They're all the same, basically, except some are harder to score than others. So the hardest one to score is Sisyphus. And that can go on the bottom of R&D. And then I want to control top of R&D. So they're in total, there's a lot more points, but there's 18 points in the deck, has the 18 cards still. So there's functionally 5 and 17. No, 4 in this 17 and 1 and 4, which he doesn't know. It's a tight game. Technically, some subs can fire because it's just damage now. Like, doesn't matter. Okay. Interesting. Annoying. What now? 2 and 5 is really a pain because there wasn't the top 2 were agendas, even if she ran R&D. So R&D's like safe now basically because all the points are up here. Of the 5, 3 of them are up here. Because here's the 3 Let Them Dreams. There's 2 Regenesis accounted for. This is 1 Sisyphus and 2 Papayas not accounted for. So there's 3 actual hits in R&D. They're not really safe for an archives. This might be bad. I could draw again, overdraw something, but I don't really think it's safe for an archives. Archives are pretty expensive to get into. I could overdraw something else, so she just thinks there's something in archives and needs to check it. Because it does cost like a lot to get in there. But no, that's definitely wrong. Unless I overdraw... Okay, here's the sick play. We overdraw something that isn't an agenda. She checks HQ and misses. She sees that we picked archives, and then she runs archives, loses all of her cards and money, and then it's not the agenda. That's the sick line, so that's what we're going to do. shit, we've just drawn more proprios, more agendas. So they were all agendas and we probably lost. So we're going to pick HQ. So we drew every agenda, basically. Well, that's bad. The version of the list that cut Mystic has Pinhole and Hush over Harmony. It's looking like there's no Harmony, yeah. Very much looking like no Harmony. She's mathing out what I would pick and where the agendas are. Yeah, a teeny stops having good text when it's this late in the game and the 3 damage is just like a price you pay. It's true, Lucy can just do a run on each, which does basically lose us unless she picks HQ first. Because she has 12 functional credits. Yeah, she got us. So 9 accesses. Now this is a wrong thing because Burner makes it way higher. It's true, she did not give us very many melees. Cards back. Yeah, I think that was quite a flooded game, but we actually, I think it played it decently well. Maybe we could have jammed faster, but honestly, we probably should have jammed slower. Stealing 8 points in so few runs is pretty good. Was I a Fencer Doubter? I was a Fencer Doubter until I remembered that you can use it with ganked runs, and then I stopped being a Fencer Doubter because, of course, Fencer will pay itself off then. But this is R&D. Yes, exactly. Um, so there's only one functional agenda left in R&D because we knew that this one was at the bottom. 1, 2, and 3 were the top 3 cards. Actually, no, yeah, and then this was what was in my hand. So you did miss a couple of singles on HQ when it was like 1 and 4s. And then I play this Let Them Dream. So I'm ready to bottom the thing in R&D. So just hope that there's no agendas on top of R&D. Have the one in HQ for me to jam, and then my HQ will be completely clean. R&D can hold, and I can lock it with Melee's, and Archives is clean. So then I mandatory draw. So after I do that, and after I put the agenda to the bottom with R&D, I mandatory draw an agenda. It's like, oh fuck. So let me draw again so that I can dilute, because I know there's HQ ones coming. HQ is cheap. And then that sucks because I draw another agenda. So I'm like, okay, now I've got all my agendas here. So I jam Let Them Dream. And yeah, it's just, what do I do with all these? But a really fun game. Really, really fun game. Let me play another one with this. I think it's pretty strong, to be honest. I thought that you were on no pinhole at all, so I was literally just so happy cooking Charlotte forever. And then when you eventually discarded a pinhole, I was like, what the hell is that doing there? Having to sacrifice pinhole deep dive in the Cloud Eater was the worst moment of the game. Yeah, you were right to lose them because actually there are no 3-pointers. So those were not your winning cards necessarily. Obviously, you still kind of want them. um, but I don't know. Is Fencer that much money? The game went on like another 3 or 4, like 4 turns from then. But Fencer's that's like 4 more credits. But that is just a. Okay, yeah. So -1 main meat, -1 heart, +1 pinhole, +1 hush makes a lot of sense. Playing without pinhole, I think you're still not allowed to do that, even though maybe it's worse now than it was. I think it's still like you have to have pinhole setting. Tug is not 2 credits per turn. I guess with Kaiko, it kind of is 2 credits a turn if you're not using anything else, yeah. You do need Kaiko. What's the reason why you have 2 Kaiko but no twinning? Twinning's also 3 influence, right? Isn't that like a 1-card win condition that's just so easy? Do you just not draw Kaiko often enough if you're running twinning? It seems like you could just put twinning in, and then like do you even need to deep dive if you're doing twinning? The rig is big, yeah. The rig is big. But like, yeah, you might just not draw Kaiko, and then you can't get to like 6 strength echelon until you find Kaiko, which is annoying. 6 strength echelon is very nice, eh? Without any tricks or nonsense, it's just that big. The first 2 ice on top of the Charlotte were actually both Botos, and you just had like two propellers installed. So I was like, oh dear. But then you never ran it, which made me happy. Another lat. This is an absurdly good hand for a 54 card deck. We snap keep this. uh, when you're playing larger decks like this, you need to accept slightly worse hands on average because you don't get the same consistency. I can smell an HQ run coming from a mile away. We can both drip 3 credits. You hit a point where you can raise everything. Oh, he's giving me a card draw. Lovely. I would love to trash Let Them Dream to draw Let Them Dream. I got to the point where I can raise everything and they are meaningless. Kind of, yeah. I actually did want more ice. Because even though you're breaking it all for subroutines, it's still subroutines. Because this is advanced, you didn't really need to ask for action. What else? Check this on HQ, I guess. Chuck this in server 1? No. Let's put this on HQ. My game plan versus Melee is to let them drip a credit the whole game, and I am already playing assuming I will need to break every ice on every run. Yeah, that's true. If you let any subs fire, it's just a complete disaster. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm beginning to recognize this list. I would love to trash Papaya Negation to pull it out of the way. Oh, but there's just more agendas underneath. That's fine. It is only a point. There could be more in there. Who knows? The agenda density basically hasn't changed because there's 22 points in this. Oh my god, yeah. No, three in a row. That's fine. That's fine. It is actually fine. As long as there's an ice under this one and it's not just more agendas forever, it's fine. No, there was just another one on top. There was just 4 agendas in a row. So this is where we... Simulation reset? No, this is probably just we play Spin Doctor. Is it? Maybe it's like we play Petty Cash, we advance, and then we put the Spin Doctor down, and then we lose a Proprior, and then we select R&D. Oh, hi, Diamond. Hell yeah, more of that. Like, everyone's on it. It's a good list. You did miss Lucy. You go back in the VOD later. If you missed it because it was an awesome game actually. Very, very boring game, perhaps some would say. But I thought it was awesome. Check out the simulation reset, it's gonna be sick. I cast second mulligan. Let's swap out this anoetic for something more interesting. No, let's not do that. Let's just do 4. I don't need seamless yet. Sick. Let's Hansei review an anoetic. And let's Lion's Mane on R&D. I kind of want to advance this Charlotte, but I don't want to get rid of my cards. I was hoping to find a something really, really good. What's it called? The upgrade, but we didn't find that. Let's Lion's Mane on R&D and just stop the steal. Empiricist on R&D? Probably a bit better. The subs really matter on Empiricist. Um, oh, all the subs are good, and then we pick archives for pinhole threading. Missing a Charlotte feels wrong, but like I also want my value. I don't want to be discarding these premium cards. Maybe I can pick. Maybe I could have discarded. I could have discarded Let Them Dream and then picked archives, and then I would be able to save it in a spot like this. Yeah. Let's have a look at the top card. Hedge fund. I would love to trash hedge fund to pull back hedge fund. Anoetic void. Anoetic void. Because we have a lot of money. We have more money than we can spend with this Charlotte and the hedge fund already in hand. Mandatory draw. Okay, so we advance. We chuck a Cloudy to 171. And a Tattoo Bowler on HQ maybe? Or R&D? And then we pick archives. Because I don't anticipate anyone's happening outside of that. Outside of pinhole fetting. Yeah, for those who didn't catch the beginning, I was in Edinburgh over the weekend. It was very nice. That's why you haven't seen any YouTube videos recently or any streams. I've been traveling. And on Tuesday this week, excuse me, I'm going to Montpellier, France. This is going to be expensive for you, my friend. I guess you're going to spend this Taika money. Mm-hmm. Well, they've diffused Malaeus. I would like to trash gank to make you spend loads of money. But it's an HQ. More vats in. Paladin's a lovely one. Not a great floating credit total here from my friend Blue Shitoff. Okay. Let's simulation reset. Let's keep developing our board to be more and more absurd. Gauss is here. Okay, so that will mean Tattoo Bowler doesn't tax Propeller, but doesn't mean much else. Okay, I keep getting my melee strip. I'll keep getting my everything. They haven't found their killer yet, their sentry breaker, which means technically I could be pushing. If I found Regenesis and what's it called? Sisyphus Protocol, I would like to do that. Firewall subroutines. Oof, you don't want to see that. I assume that they're going to ask to take Taka money. Unless they want to take 2 more. Because their Taka's at 3, and Taka is the best companion in most ways, but has the worst punishment if you overfeed them. Because taking a tag means Taka and friends can go, which is not good. Oh, lost a harmony. There's probably only 1 harmony in there. Because this is probably the original list that was I believe, was it deck list of the week? I think it was, which is pretty cool. Not that that'll stop Metropole Grid from making fun of it. I think the list is cool and fun. You missed deck list of the week by 1 vote? Oh no! That sucks. Because it was a good list. What got deck list of the week instead? So they can look that up. It's cool and fun. Like it's good netrunner. Like don't listen to Andre. It is good netrunner. I do actually want an Anoetic on Centrals because of Deep Dive. I want 1 more flock of Charlotte. How about 1 of these on HQ? Because if you're getting into HQ with this server, you're probably being serious about it. And we can pick R&D. A river upstate. So this was this week. Last week, a river upstate. Oh, snubbed by Ob. Ever more reasons to detest. Yeah, with this with this Charlotte Flock, I should be happy to. There's no real point in raising this. Is there? It does cost them 1. But I suppose not a very valuable 1. I will choose not to swap. But I would like to swap it soon. Yeah, they just jack out because they haven't found their killer yet. Everyone winning. Did Sanjay not get deck list of the week? No way. That was deck list of the week, wasn't it? That list was sick. now it might be time to push. Especially because we have the next Charlotte to like back it up. Now let's just draw so that we have more analytic fodder if we really need to. And we pick archives for pinhole reasons? No, because they haven't even presented their killer yet. So, I don't know, it doesn't matter. They're not going to run centrals. Same week as the Flood the Market PD? Yeah, that deck list was... I mean, your deck list was cool, but that deck list was better. Oh, sorry. That one was, like, meta-defining. Which is tough. I've had 2 deck lists of the weeks and they were both Magic Man. Which is, maybe say something about my deck building is not that good, but yeah, so this one's still on the Mystic, which we're expecting to run out of value before this game ends. Yes, I will swap. Are you going to jack out? No. Yes. No fun allowed. It begins. The misery machine. We're going to guess R&D, I suppose. 3 weeks in a row of Meleeus? From my stream or from Decklist of the Week? Because there's actually not in a row. There's an obelisk here. Undeservingly, because this Ob doesn't deserve anything. Cold Lava is obviously a very talented player. You don't need me to tell you that. Oh, where's his butter? The Ob spoiler? Is that a spoiler? It's been and gone. It was last week. Hello, Griffin. What's the vibe today? The vibe is I am playing a very slow game of 54 card Meleeus. So we're playing Hyper Glacier basically. Hyper Glacier is probably not quite accurate. It's just regular Glacier. You're gonna chip in something as well to get this echelon up to strength, buddy. You may need want to. You might have to chip in. Oh, you don't even have the MU to chip. You can lose Azimat to chip back in SMC perhaps. Nope, just doing it the hard way. Do I move you over? No, I'll let you be successful here. Trash Regenesis, yes, I would love to trash Regenesis. I'd love to add Regenesis to hand, to be honest. It's a good card. Oh, there was another one underneath. They've only accessed like 3 cards and they've all been agendas. Yes, there are some silly players, JNet cryptids, who play like ridiculously large decks on JNet, and you would think they would be more fun to watch, but actually they're not that interesting to play against or watch. But that's fine. People can play how they like. This is a large deck for a reason. Yeah, I think it's Lulsa and Lulsa's alt account, and that's about it. Let's draw once. Regenesis in server 1. And then Spin Doctor. And then we can discard a Let Them Dream. And then we can pick Archive, so we're double proofing this 3-point Regenesis push. Now Giant Ampere is cooking. Because what if you draw all the good cards? I'd RFG this to get some good cards back in. I'm not going to get the Let Them Dream back, but I am going to get back in a Anoetic and a hedge fund, I think. Hoo-wee, double daily casts. That's a lot of money. Now, do I greed it and try and get a Sisyphus, or do I just take 3 points? I definitely just take 3 points. And then jam this and just threaten an instant win. And then I can get rid of a Lacosta and a Tattoo. I don't really need either of these cards anymore. And we pick R&D, so we can't lose. Yeah, I think we're gonna win this. I think we are in an extremely winning spot. Now, if they like double overclock this, it's possible, but there is only 1 point in this. This is what's so crazy about Let Them Dream, is that like in this board state, it's representing 1 point for thee and 2 points for me on the table. Like, that's so good. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work, buddy. I've got the Papaya counter. This, folks, is why you should use your Papaya negations rather than Lotus Hazes. It is so much better in every way. What are you going to take some tags? No, it's probably going to be damage with all these cards in hand. Yeah. Pichichow, SMC, Burner. Yeah, no problem. Yes, I would love to take some money. Do I Papaya negation first or Anoetic Void first? Let's Papaya negation first. Do I not believe in the jungle? Oh, I'm running the 3 ganks. I like that inclusion. I have no problem with the jungle at all. The Lotus Haze is just not that good. You just run for fire negation, it's way better. Just put the upgrades where they belong in the first place. And you don't need jungle shenanigans. You just have them there. And then if you need a counter to do something, let me tell you, Papaya Negation's counter is freaking insane. Hello, Brennan. Good to see you. Okay, that's game. GG. You've been having fun with Neurospike Malaysia. Very interesting. Okay. Like, oh, Let Them Dream is so good. Neurospike Melee SU, huh? Okay, and what agenda are you just doing this after like a Fuji score and just like Fuji double Neurospike or Fuji single Neurospike a lot of the time will work? And just like like score Fuji double seamless Neurospike. Yeah, send me the list. I'll have a look. It does seem like you can just put just about anything in this world into Melee SU and it will just guide you to victory. It's so good, man. I should I should do like a here's a new video idea. You guys tell me hot or cold on this. Like I can rate your Netrunner takes and your predictions because I love reading like what people think like will or should happen. In fact, like maybe it's worth going to like where's the chat? Like the JNet chat. And I can have a look and rate some of the takes in here because these ones are always so funny. They're very infrequent, but I mean, some people have been talking a lot actually. Yeah, Font Company is better than Melee SU. Like I was the number one despiser of Font Company in Alco because I thought it was really bad, and people kept telling me that like there were decks that made it work, and I thought it was terrible. And the Melee S is like, oh no, it actually is broken in here. Like it's insane. Well, insane is probably a stretch, but it's much better because you can get it back when you need it, and it does something a lot more. Need ice, mulligan. That'll do. A hedge fund. Put a teeny on it, HQ. And let's create a new remote over here. And then obviously R&D. Yeah, there's just so many like, if it's not an Alco deck, it's a Melee deck in my opinion. Immediately rips. I would love to trash a Spin Doctor to add probably a hedge fund back in. But both are good. Both options are good. Like that already my text is crazy. Add hedge fund to HQ on turn 2. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. That's awesome. It's so good, man. Let me check my Discord, see if we've got the Damn, this is a crazy strong start. Okay, we've got here Fuji's Orbitals, so I guess is Unleash stuff. I guess is Unleash. I don't know what the Orbital is for. One hostile. Thought makes sense to make the combo work. Yeah, it'll actually cost a grid to get back another hedge fund sounds good. Well, because I have the Hansei, maybe it's actually Spin Doctor. Yeah, I would like to do that. They should not be making these runs. It's just wrong to do this. They're also running red team, so I don't think this game is going to last much longer. Well, it's going to last a lot longer, but I don't think there's going to be much hope for them. I wonder if they ever ban one of the faces of Melee. Oh, that would be awesome. No. Disposal Grounds is too good. Yes, actually, Disposal Ground Loki is too good. Disposal Grounds is like insane. That's an awesome take. That's what I need more of. Yes, dude. Disposal Ground has gone on for too long. Let's just see what's in here. That's not great. Um, let's stop the leak to Islandy, I guess. Make red team a bit harder to work with. Because I'm picking disposal grounds here because there's no obvious good central. So like all the crim like run events and run stuff they want to do exactly like this is now gonna break the game. Yeah, I'll trash a petty cache to add a Hansei review to my hand. Sounds reasonable. Sim Reset is here because I'm running a 54 card version of the deck. And when you're running more cards, you have to run more agendas, and there's less smoothing. In a small deck, one really nice thing is that the worst hand you can get in like a 40 card or 44 card PD deck is actually not that bad. Because once you've drawn all your agendas, all the cards you're going to draw from then on are going to be operations and ice, which can save you. Whereas in these big decks, if you draw your agendas, you're not necessarily safe. You can keep drawing agendas, and sometimes that happens, and you just have like 6 agendas in hand. And Simulation Reset is for spots like that, where you just need to like, okay, I'm going to remove the downside of having this larger deck size by just basically taking another mulligan. It's usually a bad card, and you shouldn't really bother with it too much. Do I need both these Hansei? I definitely don't need this Mavirus. And let's put another Boto on server 1. Dude, Disposal Grounds is crazy because they're wanting this red team money, but every time they do, they just have to give us a card. Yeah. I would like to look at the top card of my deck. Oh, I'll draw Longevity Seal. That sounds right to me. I was trying it in some Isuet combo lists. Found it a bit awkward. Yeah, it's not a good card for any kind of regular deck. It's for really slow Glacier decks, especially ones that have more than the minimum number of cards, because it is just not a very efficient way to deal with Flood. So I'm already running 3 Spin Doctors, obviously. But it's a way to deal with Flood with many agendas at a time, which is quite unique. And it's something that you should only really expect. Like, if sometimes it feels like you're flooding with many agendas at a time, but actually most of the time you're flooding with the right, like a small number of agendas over the number that you actually want, because you usually want a number of agendas. I could probably push this Sisyphus, to be honest with you. And then the game just like ends immediately. Dude, that channel was right. Disposal Grounds is OP. It's broken. Yeah, I score this, and then they're just giving me it every turn. They can't be doing this. I don't even know if I want to trash that, just because... Yeah, okay, I'll trash it, and I'll add the shot back. And yes, I will purge. It's crazy. I mean, they're giving this to me more than they should. This is going to be pretty expensive, buddy. Because your numbers are like, they're evens. So it's just going to be 3 Demahe. Oh, they're going to pay for it. There are agendas in here. They could get rolling. Oh, they have to clear this tag as well. Yeah, they got the 1 agenda. That's a good start. Well, at least now we have a game, right? What's Tenure Floor? Tenure Floor is the HQ variant. So what's that? Disposal Grounds is the best face because I can remember that Disposal Ground is archives, no problem. Yeah, well, it's like the floor, and then there's the sub something, and then I can't remember. I'm embarrassing myself. I can seamless. Score the Sisyphus, and now I get to actually look up the top of this thing, and I get to reveal that the hidden faces are tenure floor, subsurface labs, and disposal grounds. And we can see all the artworks here. They are sick artworks. I love the vibe. They've done a very good job. It's a really cool idea. Any discourse about it needs to be prefaced with the fact that it's a sick idea. It's just really good, and sometimes things can be too good. How are you guys feeling now about Hashiko's ban? Because everyone was like, "Oh, we need to ban Hashiko because it's too good and it's too. Why not just play everything out of Hashiko?" But I'm not sure if the meta is like healthier now that we don't have Hashiko. Because Hashiko was at least generalist. Yeah, I'll trash it out. I'm going to grab another Lacosta just in case they choose to trash this Lacosta. Well done. You've achieved so much. Before your time, you started playing after the Hashiko ban? That was quite recent. That was only that was only with the new expansion. But I mean, welcome if you're part of Vantage Point gang. Let's chuck you in server 1 as well, just in case. Not that I anticipate this being a problem. You started just before VP dropped. Ah, welcome to the game, brother. Hashiko was a very good ID. It was just like a generically strong Anarch ID. It wasn't anything special. It just gave you money and card draw. But it was like more money and card draw than all the other IDs gave you. So most times when you like put your cool Anarch deck together, the first thing people would say like, "Oh, you should just put this in Hashiko because it's better," which was, you know, a bit lame. There should be reasons to do all sorts of things. You're like dead basically. Because I can Sisyphus them through the Satini twice. So that was the downside, but the upside was that like when building a corp that can beat Hashiko just means building a corp. Building like a really good corp deck. You don't need to do anything weird. You don't need to avoid any archetypes. You just put together the best list you can. Whereas now it's like I've got to build a corp around Lu. Like that's actually quite a teched ID. And I don't really want to be playing things like Epiphany and like asset decks now. That decks that did pretty well into Hashiko, like at least decently. Oh, I forgot to let them encounter. My bad. What is the runner meant to do about this? They were not meant to let me score a Sisyphus protocol. And they also just gave me a lot of... They gave me a lot of triggers. They just kept running archives when I was obviously picking archives every turn, and you just can't allow that to happen. This deck just loses to this deck. Also, there's not really much to do because their econ is clearly linked to running. And also this deck looks like it sucks. which is tough. But, you know, it is what it is. One nice thing about this, like these glacier decks, is that like if your opponent's deck is bad, they will lose. One sad thing is that if your opponent's deck is bad, they will lose very slowly, and they will not feel like they have any say over the matter. Sauce Rotary, yeah, every Rotary is sauce. That card is so abysmally bad. Another Lat, hopefully another Ratlack. Because that matchup is actually sick. This hand is terrible. Give me a better one. This is not great, but better. Okay, well that's bad. Ooh. Let me get rid of these two. What deck beats a matchup that can set up this fast? I don't think this deck sets up very quickly. This is not like RH, the small deck Jinteki identity. That deck sets up quickly because it has a very small deck. It's always going to find the fast cards all the time, and it gets a credit a turn, which is also good. This deck is bigger and slower, and does not set up that fast. It's just crushingly crushingly high value. Let's go on R&D, I suppose. They're probably not going to run for singles on R&D. This is maybe a bit more of a modular deck than Ratlack is, so I'm going to make sure that my centrals are covered. Last game I drew well, yes. That was me getting lucky. This is more normal, where it's like I gotta fiddle around a bit to get the pieces in place. Like Simulation Reset is not a good card in this situation. Spin Doctor saved me more efficiently, so I use that instead. Should I just gank them into a Cloud Eater and just kill them? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna cost them 4 and a whole revolver and 2 blocks of whatever I want, whatever they want, all these subroutines. Seems good, even though it bottoms me out. I would like to run HQ so I can get this hedge fund back, please. So in this situation, that Crim player we were up against last time would have just run archives with one of their Crim, please run a server cards, and they would have given us back hedge fund, and then we're cooking. Ooh, good draw, wow. They're really setting up here. Let's go with HQ again. And then next turn, I'm happy just to simulation reset all this crap away and see if I can find something better. Maybe I should have done it this turn, actually. Just like simulation reset first, seeing how bad the hand is. Burner is going to make me real sad. At least I get my melee spot. I think I do res the Empiricist. Yes, I would really like a Tattoo Bowler back in my hand so that when they run through this Tattoo Bowler, they can eat it. So we're going to have to put the Tattoo Bowler on the bottom. They actually missed all of the agendas. So they do not know that I'm flooded. Unfortunately, this will be a good time for them to run this server as well, but they don't know that either. Yeah, Taddybola to the bottom. Simulation reset also to the bottom. Okay. I guess my virus is not a helpful card, so those were both going away somewhere, but... Very sad we can't res this. So they just get to trash the ganked. It's going to be expensive though. It does cost 3 to trash, which is a lot. But if they don't play it here, they're going to have to pay it later, that's for sure. I've seen more flip switch in the last couple of weeks on JNet Casual than I saw all of last year. Oh, they don't trash it. That's going to be a long-term problem for you. Oh, this is going to be a short-term problem for me. I would like money, but for now I'm just going to play this. And let's lose this Mavias. Archives, maybe? Doubt they're going to run HQ, because there's no obvious reason. They didn't see any agendas when they ran last time. Yeah, people putting in flip switches already. Things are getting ugly on the ice front with all the ganks and the, meleeus in general, to be honest. Having something that makes Cloud Eater not Cloud Eater does sound quite pleasant. But, I don't know, do you really even flip switch? It's okay. It's not the end of the world. What does it do? Does flip switch also remove a tag? What does it reduce the... Yeah, it does all three. It jacks out, removes tags, or reduces the base strength of a trace to 0. Please give me money. Please give me money. 5 unbroken subroutines. Boo. You didn't trash this Lacosta? They do trash the Lacosta. Whoa, money. I think I missed my simulation reset. Okay, well that's really nice. Let's Hansei review away a Boto. Maybe just to let them dream. And then I guess I play the Actini. I don't want to credit. Actini can live on archives. Maybe that should have lived on R&D because they know they can get in here cheaply. The philosophy behind this deck was that they banned Ashen Epilogue, meaning that... So they banned Off-World Office and they banned Ashen Epilogue. So the SBT is instructing us sternly that we're not supposed to play fast and the runner's not allowed to play slow. And I say, yes, sir, I will... I will play Simulation Reset 54 card ganked Meleeus. On your command. Okay. I will say it's a huge relief now to see Luz and Sebs with no cards in stack. I know they kind of get the whole deck back. Yes, obviously that's nice when it matters. But like, I don't know. Mostly I just don't see Sebs because they just stop playing Seb because you don't have enough value to win against slow matchups anymore. HB that isn't PD is actually forced to play HB agendas. They're so cooked. Yeah, they've got Let Them Dream. They've got Let Them Dream at least. That's kind of an HB agenda. They've got yeah, Train. Train's a good agenda. That's a real agenda. They've got Project Ingatan. Yeah. got so many delights. Salvo testing. Ooh. This just does 3 to them straight up. It's really expensive. No, they can pay through it. That's true. I don't want them to trash this gank, so I'm going to let them trash my Charlotte and just take back a... Yeah, I'll trash this gank to add a Hansei to hand. Or hedge fund might be better. You can pay 1. So they think this is an agenda. Oof, that's unlucky. Unless they chip back in a... Nope, they didn't chip back in Coalescence. They didn't even have money to... Yeah, so we have bluffed our Charlotte as an agenda successfully. And now we are in quite good control of this game. This probably should be an R&D pick because it's very unlikely they're going to run through a teeny. Alright, now we are on cloud 9. I actually put a couple of real black breakers in loot. It feels weird. Yeah, I mean, buffer drive is still like most of what Audrey needs it to work, I think. But a big reason why you'd want breakers in loot is that everyone's playing Meleeist now, and there's not that many trashables. Let's put you on R&D, advance you, and I guess I Hansei away. I let them dream, to be honest. Possibly next turn should be like install advanced the Sisyphus protocol. And then if I think because of the anoetic, we can actually probably get away with it. Okay, they're giving us a scoring window here. Sisyphus over 2. I kept running out of chisels and Audrey tokens against stuff like this. Maybe a tide and a buzzsaw will help. It may simply be that you lose these games. And if, because like I was thinking you were like on the Audrey lists, but if you're on like Vampire Lou, don't give in. Just cheese. Just destroy the eyes. I don't know if the Buzzsaw, Tide, and I assume also Tungsten Tailor is going to be make the juice worth the squeeze. Because like in those matchups, are those breakers going to get you? Maybe they do. Maybe they do just enough get you over the line, but I'm not sure. Because you have to cut stuff, right, or make the deck even thicker, and it's already a thick deck. Pinhole. It's going to be expensive. But you got some simul chips, which make things easier. One, two. Place a card on top of R&D? Nah. I guess I could put a teeny on top of R&D, and that way if... No, there's no real point. But I don't think you have... Even with these chips, I'm not sure if you have enough money to get through both of these without copying any subroutines. Like, Lion's Mane for 2, yeah. But kind of 4, because you need to... It's going to be a lot. Overclocks will make things work. Don't know if they're on overclocks. Probably they are. That's 3 pinholes out as well. Katorga, oh, that's tough. When you start like adding Katorga to your list, it's like things are bad. But I mean, maybe you just have to. I don't think it's a bad idea. I did wonder if there's ever any list that makes Crew and Chisel Charm and Tungsten Tailor work. Because usually, like either you're doing Chisel Simul Chip or you're doing Crew Devil Charm. Devil Charm either way being like the main draw of the operation. I was just going to take the 2. They're going to pay the 3. Well, eat this. Good job. Okay, so they had the pinhole and everything. Fire Unbroken. Oh, they're just going tag me. let's do this and just threaten the exact same thing again. Now, technically, they get a lot of points if they run archives. If they run HQ and then archives, they get even more points. I went up against a Lou today that was on Crew, Charm, and Chisel, and I lost. Maybe it's something, I don't know, it seems intuitively like awkward. I don't know where your money would be. It'll be just so many cards dedicated towards this win con. But also, like, it's clear that Vampire worked but required Ashen. And I think required Ashen. But maybe you can just make a really big deck that has both sets of Ice Destruction, and that's fine as well. But only when you start dipping your toes into Corsair are you overcooking things, because that is not going to work out for you. Okay, so they're ritualing for money rather than clicking for credits. That's good. They've had a lot of money. This deck seems very efficient. Oh, wow. Okay, good play. This makes my life a lot harder. Unfortunately, I need to add the Sisyphus back. Okay, so they're very poor now. I will now threaten the same thing again. I will make this work, and you will suffer. Because now, yeah, if they run through the Atinis, which you can do, I just get to pull the Sisyphus back again. Oh, we're just gonna run for the Regenesis, huh? More tags. Nice. What now? I would like a way to deal with the enormous number of agendas I've had to obtain. Because I still have this, and I guess I pick archives again, because if they run it, I lose. Now, they may not have any more revolver counters in the deck because we've seen all of the Slimewood chips, and this list seems like it might not even be on Echelon. Now, Boto does not tax very much, but 2 Botos will. Let's just put this here. Put this up here. Now, if they run HQ for a single here, they probably do just win. Man, we've drawn a lot of agendas. We've drawn 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We've got 16 points in the board right now. That's a lot. There's 22 in the deck, so there is some still left in R&D, but not a lot. I've only drawn half of it. They did bottom a Regenesis and a... No, I guess we must have shuffled since the Regenesis thing. Can't remember when that happened. But they did bottom a Regenesis and a... I think that was this game. Let's tax out more revolver counters. Although if they, I think they're doing this so they can run archives after this and take the Sisyphus. Ganked one time. Or are they just going to run through here and win? This is the right play. You just lose 6 cards. Although if this was Lion's Mane, you actually won't have enough cards to survive. Okay, we need them to jack out. Okay, they got there. Wow, good plays. Eight accesses, 7 points. We hella flooded. 8 accesses is 5 agenda steals with no multi-access is pretty crazy. So I would like to say that's ridiculous variance, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bit different because they were stealing it out of my remote and stuff. Impressive. So there were no points left anywhere, right? There were 2 points in the deck. So there's 2 and 22, 1 and 11 that they could have won on R&D in there, which would be quite funny. But yeah, everything just got flooded up. Fun. Well, I mean, it does make for exciting games at moments. They just take a very long time. I have time for another one. But this might be the last one. Yeah, maybe there was a different way to play that, but to be honest, Revolver and 3 Slimal Chips is pretty good against us if we only draw. I guess Revolver breaking Lion's Mane for 2 is a pretty good reason to not play Lion's Mane and to instead play something else. Now S is going to be a weird one. Let's see. Seems actually not that bad. Like it's not great, but let's just draw chuck you on HQ. So I don't get any nonsense happening to me. I like having simulation reset in this matchup. That's going to be quite useful. Sure. No, you don't need an Ice R&D in this matchup. Let's pick Archives in case they do core damage and I want to trash something. I'm going to have to play some Built Too Fast as a palette cleanser after this. Oh, the raindrops just for money. Yeah, I'm going to go back to playing like fast, like pacey corporations, and it's going to feel so weird. Okay, get my credit. Let's do that. Echelon, huh? Now I need to figure out how much I value this Papaya counter. Or do I just get some credits? I don't really feel the need to score this out right now. That's a cheaper way to score it. Let's just get out of here. It's not the best agenda in the world to score, but whatever. Sisyphus Protocol is looking at me funny. Unfortunately, I just used a seamless launch, which would have made the Sisyphus a lot easier to deal with. So possibly that was wrong, but we're going to have to take a turn recovering economically from scoring that, as SBT intended. Check that in server 1. Okay, so it's looking like it might be a Reg Esser. I suppose you two are not all that flash. Denying me my credit, grr. So I'm thinking about bringing my laptop to France on at the end of this week so that I can do like some streams and YouTube stuff while I am away. But if I do that, they're not going to be very high quality, high production value. They're going to be, obviously I won't be able to bring my microphone and stuff with me. And also I didn't get that much luggage. So things like laptop may have to be by the wayside. Let's draw. And then let's Hansei review. Lion's Mane? Really? No, I can't. Tattoo Bowler? Fine, Tattoo Bowler. Tungsten Tailor or something? I'll see you, Griffin. I see a Sisyphus double has gone to the dark side. Yeah, I mean, the SVT banned Ashen Epilogue and Offworld Office. So it's like they're telling me that you have to play slowly. You have to do as little as possible. And who am I to argue with something like that? Let's draw. I guess I could either credit or I could install a Boto up here because the Begamot is not big enough to break Boto yet. But that also sounds really, really expensive. It may simply be that Tattoo Bowler can swap into a Boto, then I trigger Anoetic. Actually, it's small Boto. So it has to be with Lion's Mane. Actually, Lion's Mane's also 3 strength. That sucks. Let's lose it all. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, we can use this Papyrus counter to get the Sisyphus back. No, we don't even need to. Choose a card to lose. Probably Tattoo Bowler. The Begamot is big enough. Yeah, you're right. The Begamot's big enough for the was big enough for the Boto's where it had to go. But actually now, Boto would be 5, which is easy to get to. Yeah, it does cost them 6 to get through the lion's mane twice because I have Sisyphus now, but no, they let me keep cooking it. I'm happy with that. Installing Cloud Eater doesn't really do anything here, so I just gaining credit. Need some money. Then, honestly, looks like I'm going to just pick R&D, to be honest. Oh, archives, okay. I would like to pay 1. And you can lose Bergamot, Ghost Tongue, and Finality. I'm happy with all of those. I could have used Papaya to give them another 3, but probably Purge, to be honest. I don't really feel too much of a rush to do anything else. And they really need money. I've already seen one Finality go, but there might be another one. There's definitely more Chistushkas, though, so at some point I'll start picking HQ. They can't afford Chistushka at the moment. Nurse Han is going to be some draw, but without Ashen, I assume that they were on a standard legal list. Without Ashen, that's not going to be as good. I would like to put another Papaya counter. That sounds quite pleasant. Maybe I just win. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Anoetic on Archives. And if they run through anything, I'm going to use Sisyphus to trash Papaya using the Sisyphus trigger. I'm sick. They're not going to run anything. They're not going to let me trash it. Do they win here? It's borderline impossible for them to win here, but my agenda suite does not yield itself to winning. Now, if these were 3-pointers, yeah, but they are not. They're 1-pointers for you. Yeah, I could spend Papaya there, but it doesn't matter. They can't win. Like, if every single one that they hit was a agenda, I don't even think there's enough agendas in the pool for that to work. Like, not the 2-pointers. They don't have any tricks to cause me to. See, this is why you have to This is why you have to run Pole's Cafe in your Esser deck so that you can force people to. You could have set up the Regenesis if they hit an Anoetic. Yeah, I set up the. Yeah, this was a faster one because you just can't go that long against Esser. But yeah, I trashed this Papaya to the core damage from their run event. So if they took core damage or ran through any of my ice or hit an Anoetic, I got to trash a card. So that's why I felt okay about like pretty confident that it would happen. Now, I guess they didn't have to do that, but sweet. It's like, what agendas were even less in the deck? Not that many. Even if they hit Sisyphus and Papaya and Sisyphus, they would also need to hit one of the 1-pointers. So they've got 1, 2, 3. So they hit these 3. If they hit this 2-pointer, this 2-pointer, this 2-pointer, and this 2-pointer, they won. Or 3 of any of those in one of the 1-pointers. So yeah, this agenda suite is hard to I think it's hard to steal before you're supposed to, but I haven't actually done the math. It's very complicated, and I don't understand it. And it's because Let Them Dream is new. It's not on the logs of like the old spreadsheets that people used. So that's for someone else's to math up. But it feels good. It feels good. Anyway, I cooked that up like 2 hours ago. It's probably not the best version of that list, but it seems alright to me. Ban Regenesis? Well, maybe. No, well, it's kind of busted. It's kind of insane. But, like, you can't just ban everything. It's unban Off-World Office. And just say that agendas are, like, kind of good. Rather than banning every agenda that is good, I think. And unban Sting. But that's a different... Like, Sting could probably be unbanned. Because, like, Alco would be insanely good. Well, so, like, unban Sting and then also ban Regenesis? Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. Well, I don't know. Regenesis is unique. Like, I mean, it's not literally unique, but it's sick. It does something that no other agenda does, and I like that. Sting is also cool, but I feel like Alco would be very good with Sting, but it would be so fun, dude. Alco with Sting was a lot more fun than Alco without Sting, in my opinion. Because Alco without Sting, you just kind of lose sometimes. Like, it's easy to just have way too many agendas appear in ways that you can't control. But with Sting, your bad hands that were full of agendas were like low-key good hands because they would do damage, and it was awesome. And also ambiguous how much damage was incoming at the runner at any time. I feel like it's very quantifiable now. So Alco games are much more mathy. Whereas before it's like just scary. Just like you had no idea how much was coming at you. So it was terrifying. And I think it was quite evocative to me. We both agree that Off did not deserve it. Yeah, Off was an innocent child, and the meta is not better now that it's gone, and I don't fully understand how they thought that it would be. I'm willing to give the egg pity, but Regenesis is just mega busted at this point. Yeah, It's really good. I'm not sure if like every Melee's list is on Regenesis. It is a powerful thing they can do, but it's it's not like head and shoulders above the next best strategies, right? It's good. In Alco, which was the best deck of the last meta, probably, or the best core deck. Yeah, it's the go-to strategy, and it's really strong there. Um, but that's fine. Like, it's okay. It's very interactive. It's not like there's nothing you can do about it, and it's memorable, and it's all the good things for a card to be. It's and it's not too good, probably. Like, I mean, it's not causing win rates that are out of line. Meleus is causing win rates that are out of line, maybe. Um, or maybe, yeah, maybe not. It's not every MLS, but they banned off, so more of them are going to be pushed to it. And the fact there's a threat creates a problem you have to respect, even if it's not in their deck. Yeah, and that, but like, I don't think we should ban cards because they, like, in closed deck lists, you're playing around them when you don't have to. I think it is something that affects the casual experience a little bit, but like, you're a good player, you're playing cautiously around ideas that you think could be in types of lists that you're playing against. Most players don't do that. Most players just play whatever's on the board, like whatever you've already proved that you have. Um, and I don't think it's like a massively negative play experience to like play around Regenesis and then find out they're not on Regenesis. It's like, okay, now I know for next time. That's fine. That's it's just some back and forth. I don't think it's like a hugely problematic thing. Like I play around Sting. Sorry, not Sting. Bite. I play around Bite in pretty much every JNet list because God knows. That doesn't mean it's like we should ban Bite because I have to play around it when it's not there. And they banned off for bad reasons, I think. So uh, I don't think they're like, oh, we banned off, so now this is the next best agenda. So we should ban this one as well and just keep going down the chain until everyone is HB and everyone is just miserable. I play around threats they don't even have in open list games. That's that's wise. It's good. The principle of the matter, you know. I'm definitely at the edge of this card because Jinteki has had it too good for too long. I think Jinteki having it too good for too long is kind of true. Um, because but like it just feels like that because entirely because they had the best identity in the world printed in Elevation, and then they also had the best identity in the world printed in Vantage Point. But I think that was actually intentional. I think it was like because they're different decks, they're different styles of deck, and they're both very Jinteki feeling, and they're both very strong. But it basically gives you a huge range of options to play. I think the issue is that other factions aren't like Jinteki, more so than Jinteki is so diverse and powerful. And Ag was probably the best deck pre-rotation as well, and that I did not like. I was not a big Ag fan. I think that was too miserable. But now we're at a pretty good level of miserable, I think, which is where Jinteki thrives. Yeah, Ag probably was the best deck, so maybe it is just too good for too long. But like, bring the other corpse, bring like NBN. Maybe I don't really care for NBN that much, but bring NBN, HB, and Wayland up to have the same amount of power and diversity and like expression as Jinteki has, and I'll start playing those way more. But like the other ones are not quite there. There were good deck lists and other ones, but I don't feel as compelled to play them because they're not like Jinteki has so much fun within this faction. Just make every other faction as cool as that. I think Wayland is in a good spot. I don't get where Wayland players, except the odd players in mourning. Yeah, Wayland's alright. Wayland card pool's crazy on paper, is it? Well, I can have a look. Card search. How do I see all? Is this how you do it? What's the faction one? It'll be F. Okay. I'm seeing half decent agendas. Not all of them, to be honest. Like, and a lot of these don't really work. Some kind of banned stuff, weird stuff, terrible stuff, weird stuff, amazing, weird, banned, weird, good, weird, good, bad. Actually, probably better than its Heath play. Good, some decent stuff. Yeah, Flywheel's pretty good. Good, half decent, good, good, really good, good, bad, pretty cool, good, yes, bad, bad, good, Basalt is carrying? Yeah, maybe. Like, it definitely makes a lot of their stuff a lot more consistent, specifically measured. It's alright, it's bad, broken, pretty good, bad, good, 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 really good, really strong, bad, bad, pretty bad. Well, like, people will tell you this is really good, and it kind of is the best bad pub thing, but it was also really bad. Like, it's a lot of pretty average cards here, man. Like, this is not broken. This is, like, Orb is broken. This is not broken. It's got this stuff. Banned. Got a lot of banned cards, I'm realizing. Bad, like... Got Shackleton Grid. I don't know. You're saying this is a broken card pool. I think this is not a broken card pool. I think this is some ass, mostly. I think this is, like, mostly chaff. Like, reduce service. I can't even remember what this card does. There is a rush BTR with Myoshu and Measured, I think. And you just have enough money and you just run, like... Myoshu is okay. It's, like, niche playable, which is exactly what it needs to be. But it's balanced around it costs an amount of money, and any card that is balanced around costing lots of money is not balanced in Orb. The good cards are really form a really cohesive game plan that I'm surprised isn't doing more. Yeah, I mean, they do. The good cards in question are like... Where are you? The beautiful Basalt Spire and... Where is this? Measured Response. And then, like, Logjam is really good. And I kind of not seeing much play considering how good it is. I've been playing Rush of Whale and BT with BTL, but Myoshu got cut after around 50 games just run more measures. Yeah. Okay. The Miyoshi problem in Ob isn't the money, it's Azef fetching Malapert. And even then I thought, yeah, Moshu's not bad in the deck. Moshu's awesome in the deck. But I say as someone who doesn't play Ob. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously nonsense that they can summon it without even committing to like anything. It's really silly. I've been doing a rush with 3 measured 2 Myoshu and it goes fast. Yeah, for sure. I think there's something there, and I think that's really cool. And I think you could play it out as Wiki. I think you could try it in New Vang. You know, Wayland has cards, but I think saying that they have a lot of good cards is wrong because there's like a package of cards that were designed for Ob, which means they don't really do anything anywhere else. Because Ob created some tech debt, as some experts like to say. Whereas we've got a bunch of Ob cards that aren't going to make any sense once Ob is gone, and Ob will eventually need to go, and everything's going to look a bit weird. And then they've got like what packages do they have? They've got like a forfeit package, which works decently well. They've got a bad pub package, which doesn't work at all, in my opinion. I think it's still really bad, however much people convince me that it's not. So all the bad pub cards you can basically write off, I think, and just say don't play any of them and ignore them. They've got crap from before NSG knew how to make good cards. And then they've got like a small bubble of very real, very powerful cards. Frustrating thing of Wayland is all the IDs do the same thing. I kind of agree with that. Now, like, Orb is too interesting and does too much too uniquely. So I think, I mean, people know my opinion about Orb. But there is a very good point in that it's the only like playable Wayland thing that feels very distinctive. The other ones either don't do much or do a very similar thing. And a bit more flavor from some of the other ones would probably go a long way. Now, there's not egregiously bad. Like Bangoon is interesting text, really interesting text. I still think this is bad, but it's like definitely cool. Really interesting. Like New Veng feels a little bit different to Zwicky, but they're kind of the same-ish. Like it's maybe silly. They don't run exactly the same set of cards because they can't. But they are functionally both just like, Operation Rush decks. Which is fine. And then Earth Station's kind of doing its own thing, but not doing a whole lot. So it's definitely less varied than like maybe HB identities and stuff, but I don't even know if that's true by a big margin. Anyway, it's late now. I should go to bed. But thank you everyone for tuning in. This will be my last stream, maybe for a little bit, unless I can squeeze one in somehow on like Monday, but that probably won't happen. And that also means I won't be able to do many YouTube videos because yeah, I'm going to France this week for a week, and it's gonna be very hard to upload anything from there. So you'll just have to rewatch old Dullbob videos to keep yourselves entertained or whatever. Also, I made some YouTube shorts. I don't know if you guys seen these. Have you guys seen my YouTube shorts? They were fun. They got a lot of views because shorts just get more views than everything else, but not by like such a huge margin that I felt it was really worth doing a lot of in the future. I don't watch shorts. Did I finish the Slay Spy series? Yeah, I did. There were only 3 cards that I found. So it was just 1, 2, 3. And they're all short videos, pretty easy to make. I don't watch shorts, so I don't really know what a good short looks like. I've been told that I should have done like captions because some people watch shorts without volume. So I should like caption what I say. So I'll do that if I do any more. But yeah, I think it was like a success. They all got good viewership and even some comments. But like, I don't know, shorts. I don't think they translate very well into other sorts of viewership or subscriber count. You get annoyed at the AI captions. Not even the AI captions, just like you just add captions in well, maybe YouTube also presents some captions for you, but on shorts people usually like just add the text into the video. So people's attention spans are very short, you know. I think I have the auto captioning turned on YouTube, but I don't really know, and I don't know if anyone uses them. Because you have to turn them on, and I don't personally use them, so I don't know what people think of them. Anyway, thank you for joining. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you next week probably. Bye.